I've shared with some family members about how powerful my first trip to the motherland was, and it's to the point where I'm gonna be real, like just even thinking about it. Like I'm sitting in my room, in the shrine room with the Orisha. I paid homage to the ancestors prior to recording this video because all of this is not for nothing. All of this is not even possible if it wasn't for the strength and the power and the resiliency of our ancestors. So before I even go any further, I want to really just be open and be transparent as to, this travel path of this journey of spirituality, my personal journey, but there's been so many people who I've crossed paths with, and so many people who have been extremely influential and instrumental into my development spiritually. And to go to a place where, first of all, the birthplace of humanity, but when we're talking about spirituality, in particularly, uh, the spiritual practices of our ancestors. And if you are an African who was born off of the continent of Africa, I think that there are multiple layers of what the essence of African spirituality experience means or what it personifies. Life. And with that, I am greatly honored, I am greatly humbled, and I really don't feel like I can go much further without first giving homage not only to the ancestors, but homage to the great God in heaven, Oludumare, also known as the great God in heaven. I would like to give thanks to all of my all-powerful, mighty ancestors, all of our ancestors who paved the way and who paved the path for us to be here. But yeah, the ancestors who fought with blood, sweat, and tears, who were kidnapped, who were raped, who were pillaged, who was assassinated, who were set up, who were betrayed. I mean, the most horrific, barbaric, evil, uh, dark attacks that is really not, I don't even think, imaginable for someone with a soul who has a human consciousness. However, we're still here. And so to be able to have the opportunity to not only go to the continent and go to the motherland, but to go to the birthplace of Ifa, the birthplace of Orisha, the birthplace of Yoruba, the birthplace of a lot of our ancestors from times immemorial in antiquity, to also go to the coast of Ghana to where these dungeons reside, the scene of the crime of some of the most horrific, if the most horrific crime ever committed on humankind in human history. And that is the Ma'afa, also known as the transatlantic slave trade. I've walked through those dungeons. I paid homage to the ancestors in prayer. I paid homage to the ancestors in thought. I paid homage to the ancestors in spirit of rebellion, in spirit of revolution, in spirit of resurrection, in spirit of re-energizing and immortalizing the power and the ashe of our all-powerful mighty Egungun, also known as ancestors, our Egbe who reside in heaven. It was one of the most powerful, profound experiences I've ever dreamed of imagining, with being able to soak up and being able to feel and embrace and crystallize the energy that our loved ones were able to overcome and able to still be standing powerful as kings, as queens, as priests, as priestesses, as babalawos, as iyanifas, as poets, as practitioners, as healers, as diviners, as doctors, any and everything that you can imagine, we have already done, and we have done masterfully. And to have experienced the experiences that were truly a blessing, it's something that was unimaginable. But I guarantee one thing is that I'll be sharing some information some video, some footage from some of the most powerful places on the planet Earth if you are a person of melanated descent, primarily someone who has reconnected with the systems, the processes, and the religions and religiosity of your ancestors, primarily in particular those of the Yoruba nation and the Yoruba culture. When we're talking about Ifa, we're talking about Orisha, we're talking about the veneration and the invoking of our all-powerful mighty ancestors, the Egungun. When we're talking about energy transfer between deities, divinities, divinations, as well as venerations, initiations, etc., we're talking about the oracle of the source of all, the home of Ile Ife, the home of Ifa, the home of the all-powerful mighty prophet Orunmila, the one deity who was attributed to the power to be able to defeat death, that who has bestilled the mysteries of the Awo upon the Ashe, upon the Ori of those initiated into the practice of Ifa, those who are also called Iyanifa or Babalawo. We're talking about some of the most powerful forces, the most powerful handlers, the most powerful guardians of the natural existence of all that we know of the planet Earth and the solar system and the universe. We're talking about those spirits who could never be defeated. We're talking about those souls who would never fold. We're talking about the all-powerful, the almighty, the greatest power of all within the universe. We're talking about the essence of black in the darkness, of the vast creation of the cosmos, as well as to the depths of the deepest crevice of the ocean. We're talking about the gods and the goddesses of Olokun, of Olodumare, of Olorun, of Oshun, of Ifa, of Ogun, of Shango, of Oya, of Imoja, Babaluaye, Osayan, Ochosi, Eshu, Ilegba, Aganju. We're talking about the most powerful forces and deities and their children, their offspring. We're talking about, I remember in Transformers, I believe it was the first one, the All-Spark. Ladies and gentlemen, I come to you to give thanks, to give the greatest appreciation of communication. Mudakwe, I am the founder of the Ashe African Spirituality Experience, Baba Adebola, Orisha Bemi, Ifa Bagde, Shango Yemi, Fabula J. I give thanks to you all. I appreciate the love and support, family. I really do. Those who have been interested in joining into the Ashe community, those who have participated in some of the calls that we've had, those who have been supportive in terms of joining the community on Patreon, I would like to first and foremost give a huge thank you, a huge mudapwe, a huge adapwe, a huge thanks from the bottom of the depths of my heart to the top of the heights of the pinnacle of my soul. I appreciate y'all, like for real, because so be it, it is done. Ashe, Mudapwe, we out. Peace.